Howdy, howdy. As you know, last episode we did a pretty huge stuff. Thanks, brain. We did a lot of stuff, relating to this building and all that, which is pretty cool. We got a lot done. We made this nice roof, this upper area. We made new walls, this entryway. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Um, however, uh, I'm back now. Hooray! It is now officially day 3 of this, and we've spent just about 6 hours-ish total working on this because we have 6 episodes, roughly about an hour each, so about six hours. And so far, we're doing pretty good. We've gotten maybe like a quarter of a day in total, and we got all this. So far, so good. We're doing pretty well, but I think it's about time we do some more work. Now, I did make a little bit of a notepad here of just 3 of the most important things that I think we want to do. Oops, typo. Yoink. Basically, we're going to put googly eyes on the front of the tycoon, like right here, like one, two, looking off to the side, to make it look like Ghost, kind of like that. See that? That way, when we add other tycoons and we change the colors, it looks like the 4 Ghosts. Makes sense? I thought that would have been a nice little detail. Um, then we're gonna try and make primitive ghost. Now, this is a little bit of a weird task for me, and I say primitive because I have before made Pac-Man AI. I've done it before. I have the studio open because I want to show this off. Um, we're not gonna use this, sadly. This isn't anything that we're actually gonna end up using because there we go. Come on, split off. Red and Inky do that a lot, but oh, there they go. But I have made Pac-Man Based AI, and they are based off the original AIs, as in they do function as they're intended. Blinky goes directly for you, Pinky goes directly in front of, tries going in front of you. Clyde goes in random directions unless he's in like a certain range of you. All that stuff. They have all their scatter corners that they go to. You know, Clyde works with Blinky to try cutting you off based on Blinky's position. It's some weird shit. And even though we have this, I'm not going to use this because this, if you can't tell, it's kind of a clusterfuck of shit, and it's kind of a little just rough to look at. And I don't want to just paste in something that I've already done. So we're actually going to opt in to not using this. But I just want to make it clear that I have done this before. Make Pac-Man AI. It's just we're not going to do exactly that. We're going to do something similar, but not exactly this. See, these AIs are based off the original. I want my AIs to just not really have much of AI. I'm thinking what we could do is we can make a path for that ghost to follow, and then they just kind of follow it, and then they loop back around, right? And then we put maybe like 2 of them. And then as long as the path is long enough, they probably won't notice that it's a loop, if that makes any sense. And so all we really have to do is just kind of set a destination, so to speak. You get me? So I think that might be the best thing for us to do. That's just kind of my pitch, though. Um, Next up, we have maybe do the gear givers. In the last episode, we talked about putting like gears here that you could purchase with these pads here. Put pads here, be like buy speed coil, like a weak speed coil. Nothing bad, but just one to give you a slight speed boost, make it easier to get away from Ghost, maybe. You get me? Um, just something like that, I guess. Uh, Now one thing we're probably gonna have to do is we're probably gonna have to make kind of our own art for the Ghost. Because after this whole game goes up, I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep this background. Um, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna call the tycoon Pac-Man Tycoon. I'm probably gonna call it like something Pac-Blocks Tycoon or something, just to make it, not really just copyright infringing, you know. So, because I'm not entirely sure how strict Namco is about their property. I'm not sure if it's like Nintendo, where if you even breathe the name Mario, they'll come rip down your house, tear you a new asshole and all that, or if it's like Sega, where you're allowed to use their intellectual property as long as you don't make any direct money from it. Because as you know, there's lots of Sonic fan games out there, but not a whole lot of Mario fan games for good reason. Because Nintendo fucking murders people. If I made a Mario game, they would send a hitman to my house and blow a fucking hole through my brain. If I made a Sonic game, they'd be perfectly fine with it as long as I'm just not an idiot, like a certain individual developer who's been preying on children and getting away with it. Um, which thank you Sega for dealing with that guy. If you know who I'm talking about, can we just all praise Sega for a second here? Like, I'm not really much of a Sonic fan or anything, but goddamn, they really just do be making moves. Sega out here enforcing their way, so based. But as I said, they don't really mind you using their intellectual property for fan things as long as you're not making money off of it. And by money, I mean don't sell game passes. When it comes down to things like premium payouts, if you don't know what premium payout is, if you have premium and you're in a game, you give the owner money just by playing the game, right? There's no way to disable that except making the game paid to play. But that would go against Sega's thing. So in the end, you can't really entirely not make money, but Sega seems to be perfectly fine with premium payouts. Um, just don't be stupid. Don't have game passes. I don't know about donates though, but probably best you don't do that. But you get the idea. I'm not entirely sure how lenient Namco is, and I'm not sure if I want to take my chances. I might. I'm thinking about it, but I don't know because if Namco does decide to DMCA my game or something, and I get like an account warning or something, I'm gonna lose my DevX permission for like 6 months, and quite frankly, I don't want to do that. So I'm thinking that we basically just make something similar. We make Ghost, but we don't make him exactly like that. You know what I mean? We kind of just draw him, but we'll do that later. Right now, we will use just actual ghosts. We're gonna go into images for. Actually, let's not do this yet. What the fuck was that? Anybody else see that Germa troll face? We're gonna put googly eyes on here, real quick. There we go. Let's reset this. Come on. Perfect. All right. Oh, what? Come on. Ah. All right. Perfect. Oh, what the hell? Eyes. All right. Let's make some nice looking eye holes. Now, we need a block for the main eye. Alright. And then there's... How big is this? It's 8 by 8, so we're going to set this to 4. Alright. So the whole eye is one taller than the actual eye itself. Alright, that should do it. Now we're going to move this over actually. Duplicates. Ain't that cute? We gotta change these eye color though. Make the eyes like blue. Hello? Is it gonna... You gonna... I can't... I'm not going insane, right? That... Oh! Oh, I'm stupid. Okay, I'm... That had me so confused for a second there. Look at these little eyes. They're so cute. And basically we're gonna have something like that. Look at that. That's adorable. Makes it look like a big ghost. Alright, let's anchor this. We'll add a, actually, we'll go ahead and put a purchase platform out for it. Why not? Um, duplicates. Oh, don't do that. Ugh, come on. Oh, ah! Yeah, good enough. Buy eyes, and then we're gonna put this, purchase eyes, put this inside of roof. So you gotta buy the roof first. Perfect. No, it looks like a ghost. We could make him a little bigger, I think, but... Ooh, that is not right. Let's, reset that. A little too big. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Alright. What a cute little, place here. Alright. I think it's about time we go make some primitive looking ghosts. Now, I have a little bit of an idea already in mind, but essentially we're going to make a point. We're going to make a little part. We're going to put a billboard GUI on it and then put a little ghost on it, basically. Um, and on that ghost, we're going to basically have a point where it starts, and then we're gonna put more points where it goes, point, and then wherever the fuck it goes, and then all the way back, basically. If that makes any sense. Um, what did I do? Alright, whatever. Basically until it loops back around. But we're going to detect this locally because we're going to do the whole ghost locally because I think that might be the best case for it. Because if we do it server-sidedly and we tween it all around the place, it's going to be really choppy. And I think it just might be easier to handle it locally anyways. So it might be a little easy. It might be pretty easy to cheat, but it'll be fine, I guess. We'll have to make a folder for like ghost or something, and then we call it ghost handle or ghost folder, or I don't know. Really depends. And then we'll just have a local script that combs through it. Oh, that is. Are these not centered? Am I going crazy? Don't tell me I'm. I don't think these are centered. Oh. 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 Oh, it's centered this way, but it isn't. Well, no, it's not. Oh. Give me a second. Okay. We're gonna do this. Is this thing centered? It is. Okay, so we're gonna take this. Duplicates. Should line up perfectly. It does. Okay. Where's that pivot? Edit pivot. Whatever, I don't give a shit. Just reset it. Perfect. Alright, that should do it. I'm assuming these are the exact same. Just not really lined up in the fucking slightest. Yeah, would appear so. It's great. See, these are lined up. So, I mean, you see this part's lined up, but the pellets themselves are not. Oh, that is so annoying. Oh my god, I caught that. Alright. Oh, right. Perfect. Alright, that should do it. Problem solved. No more disaligned fucking. Alright, whatever. Alright, back to this, since we got so sidetracked for such a stupid reason. Alright, let's get a part, center it. Alright. Now, we're gonna call this Ghost, I guess. Let's put a billboard GUI inside of it. And then we're gonna put a frame. Video frame. I forgot they did that. Image frame. No, image label. No, yeah, limit label. God, I'm stupid. Oof. Alright. Size. We're gonna get rid of that. I also gotta turn on always on top. There we go. So let's make this maybe like 1, 1. Let's take this image. 0, 1, 0, 1. Perfect. Alright, let's scale that up a little bit. Let's make this transparent for now. Just so I can see what I'm doing. But I think that looks pretty good. I think we should make it a little bit bigger. So we're gonna do that real quick. 5, 5. Just maybe a little bit bigger. That's probably fine. Light influence 0. Alright, that seems pretty good. Now we're obviously going to turn off always on top, but we're going to leave it on for now so we can see what we're looking at. Let's just grab Blinky, I guess. That's a nice image, but why are his eyes black and not blue? That's a little weird. There we go, that looks better. Copy asset ID. So now we have a ghost. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing now. What's this gonna look like? I'm not gonna keep this, but I am curious. Oh, that looks so weird. I'm gonna just keep it like that though. I like how you can't every time. Okay, so this is a little bit of a pet peeve, but every time you try finding anything on the toolbox images, you're always gonna find fucking bronies. They're just everywhere. It's like no matter what I search, it's like here, let me dust. You're gonna find like furries and bronies and all that. Happens all the damn time. Yep, there it is, furries. Furries. There it is, bronies. What did I say? Literally inescapable. All I wanted was dust. A picture of dust. There's no winning. Whatever. Image label. Let's make this a little transparent again so I can see. Boom. Now we're going to use this as the hitbox, obviously. We don't want players to just be able to avoid this so easily. I'd imagine that's probably fine. It's like what, 0.5 right there? No. Yeah, it's good enough. Alright. Make that invisible. We'll keep the ghost invisible slightly for now, but we're gonna anchor him. And here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna make a folder inside of this ghost. We're gonna put a part inside of here. Now, I'm thinking, yeah, we're gonna. Well, actually, let's put him in a group. That actually might be. Oh, it's because we have a part in here. Put them up. Put that in here. We're gonna have them separate. There we go. Let's make the ghost non-collidable too. Alright. We're gonna call this folder nodes. And we're gonna take that part, put that down here. Let's get it centered. Actually, we could just copy the position of this thing. Position. Boom. And let's make that size like 1. Perfect. So this is where it should just kind of, that's about its head level, I suppose. There goes my headphones. Alright. So I'm guessing what we can do is we're basically just gonna... Now, these are all within eighths. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna say eighths. Like that. Instead of putting this in a folder, we actually just kind of put this in one like this. Alright, so we have eighths, so we should be able to just, yeah, that should line up with basically all of these hallways. Perfect. Alright, now whenever we want to make a new node, we're going to duplicate it, put it inside the last node, boom. Duplicate it, put that in the last node, boom. It's a little tedious. But it beats naming these one by one, honestly. I don't know, actually. I think we... Okay, yeah, let's put this back in a folder. I'm not entirely against it, but I know people are... Yeah, it looks a little weird, so I'm just gonna... I'm just trying to think. Okay, I have an idea. We could write a script that does this for us. So let's say... Let's put a script in here. Script... Is this named anything? Okay. Ghost, I guess. Alright. Game workspace ghost dot folder, or actually we're going to call that nodes. Nodes dot child added connect function. Boom. And then part. Alright. Now watch this. We're going to say part dot parent dot name, or part dot name, not parent dot name, equals node dot dot number of nodes get children. And so if I just take that out, put that back in, node 1, boom. And so now let's duplicate it, node 2. Okay, this is so much easier. So let's make a path. Hmm. Actually, it seems a bit primitive to just go back straight like that. So we're gonna delete some of these. It shouldn't have any issue picking up like that. Yeah, back to 51. It's fine if they overlap. No, come on, grab it. 84. Alright. So we have a path for this ghost to take, and he just kind of goes all over the place. Um, Now we're gonna can collide off. Get these anchored, but we'll leave them transparent slightly for now. And let's just rename this movement nodes, just so that script stops running, because that is a little annoying. Now I'm just curious, but if I okay, no, it stopped running. Okay, great. I think. Yeah, alright. It broke it. Nice. Which is exactly what I wanted. I don't want it to keep running. Sorry. Alright. So we have a ghost. We have all of its nodes, movement, all that jazz. And so let's make a script called ghost handler. Let's actually put this guy in a folder while we're at it. Duplicates ghost. Ghost. Okay, ghost. Now he does kind of take a huge detour. Like, oh man, he really does go all over the place. I might just find a better way to do this, but right now I think this probably works fine. So let's make a script, local script. We're gonna call it local. Come on, let me name it. Local ghost manager. And let's say we basically want him to take. We're gonna start him at node 1, and then we're basically just gonna count down the nodes, and we're gonna tween him to it. Nothing too special, but that should probably do it. Now the original one that I did, they used nodes kind of like this, but they used raycast and they checked distance and all that. This guy's not really going to do that. He's just going to follow this path directly. So no AI fancy stuff, just to keep this somewhat simplistic. All right. So we're going to repeat waits until game players local player dot character. Basically just waiting until this character loads. Uh, and game workspace wafer child ghosts. Um, Now we're basically just gonna say we have one ghost, so we're gonna say for local ghosts list equals game workspace ghost get children. Basically gonna say for I equals number of ghost lists, just running down the list like we've always done. Do end. Um that's weird. Why doesn't it hold on. No, don't do that. Hold on. For I equals caps lock, come on. For I equals number of ghost list 1 minus 1 do. Alright. Perfect. Now it's working. It wasn't indenting my things. That was kind of weird. So, we're basically wanting to make a delay 0 function and try to think. Hold on. We're gonna put a while true loop down here. While true do wait 1. Side here, we're gonna put a for loop. Actually, local node list equals. Actually, we gotta define our ghost. Local ghost equals ghost list I. Then we're gonna say local node list. Actually, local node list equals ghost move movement nodes get children. And so basically for I equals, now the thing is, normally the node list starts at the highest number and then counts down. But because we need him to start at number 1 and not number whatever his last one is, like 80 something, 84, we don't want him to start at 84, we want him to start at number 1. So we want to, instead of saying from number of node list to 1, we're going to say from 1 to number of node list. Basically doing it backwards and counting up instead of counting down, like this. And so we're going to say weight 1, actually weight 0.5 for now, but ghost, we're going to smoothen them out in a bit, but for now we're just going to say ghost dot ghost mod, like the actual ghost part, dot cframe equals ghost movement nodes, and then we're going to find node dot I dot cframe. So basically just counting down 1, 2, 3, node 1, node 2, node 3, so forth. I think that should do it. Probably. Oh, pfft. Get rid of that. Oh, it's a local script. We actually have to play. Fuck. There we go. We're just gonna watch him to see if it loops. Now, once he gets back to the end there, he should loop entirely around. There he goes. We're obviously gonna smooth it out later, but right now this is just how it's gonna have to be. Yep, there he goes. Now he's gonna take a loop around here. There he goes. Now he's gonna go back, up, and perfect. Now he's looping. Alright, so it does work. Which is great. Now, I have the tween function, if you remember that, somewhere around here. I don't remember where it is. Oh, it's in the teleporter, that's right. This thing. I'm gonna grab that because I'm way too lazy to recreate this. Tweens are amazing, by the way. I would really suggest you learn how to use them. It's a little bit much for me to explain, so I can't really do that right now, but I'm just gonna urge you that if you're trying to learn scripting, learn how to tween. I know this seems like a lot, but trust me, you don't really like it's not as bad as you think. It's trust me, once you get into it, it's real easy. It's just so nice. It really makes everything easier. We're going to take a tween. The time, like 0.5, I guess. Give it this weight. Parameters. We're going to say, we can just do this. The object is ghost.ghost. And now if we do this, play here, he should, there he goes. Oh no, he's chasing me. Ooh. No, obviously this is the starter maze, so it doesn't have to be that bad. obviously make this harder for some of the later mazes. Oh, what's going on over here? What happened? Why is there just a part there? Did I do that? Oh, I must have duped it. Oh well, it's fine. But so far so good. Ooh. Now let's make them kill you if you touch them. Now we have, if we go in the palette manager, we do have a touch detector, if you remember, in which we can just use that. Oh man. Collect death. I want to say let's define ghost out here actually. Ghost.ghost touched. We can get rid of all this. Don't need all that. Don't need to define con either. And now we want to, what we want to do is, now if you remember, this does checks if they're alive, checks if they're a player. But now we have to add another condition. We have to make sure that the player we're killing is us and not somebody else, because they have a script to do it to this to detect for their killing. So we don't want to kill them, even though it wouldn't kill them because it's a local script, but it would break things. So let's say this. Now we want to check, is that player equal to game player's local player, which is us. And that should do it. Now we just say part parent break joints. Basically just death. Now if we go touch the ghost, it should kill us. Ooh! Oh, nice. Alright, that worked out pretty well. Alright, let's see here. Play here. Now, another thing, let me check where the sound is for dying. Where is it? There it is, human nerve part. And it's called died. Alright, just gotta keep that in mind. Let me write that down. Humanoid root part dot died. Alrighty. So far, so good. Now, I will make this ghost actually slightly slower, so because you gotta keep in mind that kids are stupid, and we don't want this to make we don't want it to be too hard. We don't want it to be too hard. Sorry if my voice just sounded raspy there, but so we're gonna make this a little slower. I'm not sure if that's too slow or not, but and we're probably gonna have another one in here, so it's perfectly fine. There he goes. Let's turn off that always on top stuff real quick. Let's make these nodes invisible. Nodes invisible. Ghost billboard GUI always, or billboard GUI always on top. False. Image label. Image transparency 0. Now what we will do though, we will give him a slight Z index, which basically makes him pop in front of things. It's like a, where is it? Does this not have one? Quite frankly, that's a little annoying. Is it stud offset? Oh, that is. Alright, there it is. It doesn't have to be that bad, just 0.5. There we go. that he pops out just a little bit more. Look at him. He's so cute. Now actually, I think we should raise this whole thing up by exactly like one part. There we go. Now he's actually levitating like a ghost. Ghost! Play here. There he goes. Oops. Now, obviously we're going to redesign him later to not look like Blinky, but just a little something else, I guess. Might just draw it and then make it like a top hat or something. We're not going to make it pixely probably because I'm not really too great at pixel art, but you know how it is. Um, but yeah, I think that worked out pretty well. Oh man. Oh, my back. Alright. Now, we want to... Let's do some kind of... I was thinking of making some death sound kind of thing, but I don't know. We could put that inside of here. Ghost Manager. Now, we're not going to focus on the death sound yet, because I don't think you guys want to watch me, go search around for a death sound for the next, half hour. You know how Roblox is with, developer tab. So, I think we got both of these done. We're gonna come back and add more ghosts in a bit per maze. I'm thinking we put 2 of them in here, and then we'll put, maybe 3 in here. But my main concern with this is that there's just so much room, you know what I mean? So I'm thinking that we could have them like slide all over the place on this section, have one for here, and then have one over here, you know what I mean? That's kind of my thought, but just have 3 ghosts like that. That, or we could do it like, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But what we could do is we could have one that goes here to here, one that goes here to here, and then one that goes there. That might look a little less weird, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. Um, I think I'm going to stop this here because we don't have enough time to do anything else because that gear handler is going to take a little bit too long, and I don't want to bring this over an hour. So I'm gonna leave this here. I'm gonna go take a break, get something to eat, and see you all in the next one. Man, pray for me. This is getting rough. Bye bye.